Hello. Oh, I should use a microphone to say hello. Hello. Getting stuck into a big chapter today. Where am I here? There we go. How are you? What's going on? Are you feeling like a warrior today or a peacekeeper? Those are the big questions. This is a big chapter. And it's a difficult one to translate. A lot of military movements and stuff like that. So I got stuck into it already off stream. I did that much. First page or so. So I'm up to here. Done that much, but then I've still got this much to go. Whoa, that goes for ages. I had to improvise at the end there. I could go to here. There's a little page break there. It's a long chapter. War and Peace doesn't have many long chapters, but I seem to be encountering them all recently, which is fun. But that's alright. Once you get them done, then you're cooking with gas. The last few chapters have been really short, so I guess it all evens out, doesn't it? Got my coffee going. Got my microphone completely in the way. By the way, I've been having... I listened back to yesterday's episode just to sort of see the quality. I noticed the microphone didn't sound very good. It basically just sounded like a webcam microphone, but I've got a legit, proper one. So I'm wondering, does the microphone sound better if I get closer? Is that what I need to do? Is that better, or is that just louder? Let me know. Hello, people. Hello, people. Alright, making my way through a long chapter today. I'll get started. You guys say hello in the chat, and we'll meet back here in 20 seconds. On the high ground where the enemy was, the smoke of a cannon rose. Whistled over the head of the squad drum. Whistled. Squadron. So on. Squadron. The officers who had been standing together rode off to their places. There's some sentences like that that are already just so plain and simple and straightforward, and then I just feel like I'm just rewording rather than doing anything else. I could... But, I mean, what do you do? The hussars began carefully aligning their horses. Sure they did. Cool. Silence fell on the whole squadron. Went silent. That. Squadron commander waiting. Okay, cool. The normal. A second and a third cannonball flew fast past. Thrid. That's the Model M IBM keyboard, 1993, clicky keyboard, buckling spring action that you're hearing while I type. What am I doing? Evidently they were firing at the hussars, but the balls with rapid, rhythmic whistles flew over the heads of the horsemen and fell somewhere below. Clearly they were aiming for the hussars. Cannonballs. Hussars are horsemen. Would you want to be on a horse if you were in an old school war, or would you want to be on foot? I guess you've got a big advantage being on a horse in terms of speed, advantage, but you're also going to get targeted. You know, by cannons, shots. I don't think I did a very good job of that last sentence. It was clear they were aiming for the hussars, but they were missing. The cannonballs flying over the horsemen and falling somewhere beyond. Not very good, is it? Do that again, but better. Evidently they were firing the hussars with the balls. Horsemen's heads. How's that? The shots were clearly meant for the hussars, but were off target, whistling over the horsemen's heads and falling somewhere beyond them. Yeah, that's better. That's better. Words. They really are the magic of the world. The hussars did not look round, but at the sound of each shot, as at the word of command, the whole squadron, with its rows of faces, so alike yet so different, holding its breath while the ball flew past, rose in the stirrups and sank back again. Okay. The hussars didn't look round, but each shot of command, the whole squadron with its rows of faces with its rows of similar yet different faces. Held its breath and clenched its butt cheeks. That's not how you spell anything. Butt cheeks. Butt cheeks. Then sinking in the stirrups. Cool. Clenched butt cheeks. Check. Let's read back. The hussars did not look around, but at the crack of each shot, as at the word of command, the whole squadron, with its rows of similar yet different faces, held its breath and clenched its butt cheeks, rising then sinking in the stirrups. Very cool. War and Peace now has clenched butt cheeks in it. Another milestone for this project. Well done. Where am I up to? Okay, so they're here. The soldiers, without turning their heads, glanced at one another, curious to see their comrades. Okay. The soldiers glanced sideways at each other, trying to sneak a look at how their comrades were reacting. Every face, from Denisov's to that of the bugler, showed one common expression of conflict, irritation, and excitement around chin and mouth. Conflict, irritation, and excitement. Okay, struggling to picture that in my brain. But they're obviously a bit scared that they're going to get killed at any second. But they're not sure if they should show that or not, and they're trying to look sideways to see each other. And on each other's faces, they're seeing that same look of conflicted. Conflict, irritation, and excitement. Which just seems to me like it's a face of like not knowing what to do with my face. Not knowing how to react. It's the reaction of not knowing how to react. Every face. From Denisov's. Oh, cool. To that of the bugle player. Bit easier to understand. Bugle player. Showed one common expression. Conflict, irritation, and expression around the chin and mouth. This is a pretty crap sentence by Tolstoy. I mean, how does your chin show conflict, irritation, and excitement? My chin, just my chin. It's so hard to imagine. Might be Tolstoy's fault, might be the translator's fault. But I'm going to translate this into something that actually means things. Might be preferable. Every face, from Denisov's to that of the bugle player, showed one common reaction. the oh Jesus, oh fuck, how should I react to this face? That's dumb enough. Let's go with that. Have you ever pulled the, oh fuck, how should I react to this face? No, I have. The quartermaster frowned, looking at the soldiers as if threatening to punish them. Threatening look. Soldiers. Cadet Murnov ducked every time a ball. He shat himself. Rostov. Hey, Rostov's here. On the left flank, mounted on his rook, a handsome horse despite its game leg, had the happy air of a schoolboy called up before a large audience for an examination in which he feels sure he will distinguish himself. Oh, Rostov, you silly young boy. I love Rostov. He's one of my favourite characters. Rostov on the left flank, atop his horse rook. Great looking horse despite its bung leg. Had the air of a enthusiastic, overly enthusiastic school teacher's pet. Teacher's pet. Who'd been called up before the class, was confident he was about to get a smiley face sticker. Rostov on the left flank atop his horse rook, a great looking horse despite its bung leg, had the air of an overly enthusiastic teacher's pet who'd been called up before the class and was confident he was about to get a smiley face sticker on his work. For his work. He was glancing at everyone with a clear, bright expression as if asking them to notice how calmly he sounded. He was at everyone with a clear, bright expression. But despite himself, on his face too, that same indication of something new and stern showed round the mouth. But despite himself, on his face too, there was a hint, and then, of the old oh fuck, how should I react to this face? You know the one. But despite himself, on his face too, there was a hint of the... There was a hint now and then of the old, oh fuck, how should I react to this face? I said face too many times though now. Face. There was a hint of ness. Yeah, that's good. Good writing. Good. Who's that curtsying there? That's not white. Look at me, cried Denisov, who, unable to keep still on one spot, kept turning his horse in front of the squadron. Oh, Tolstoy. It goes for so long. Alright, what's happening? Where are we? Who's that curtsying there? I don't even know what that means. I mean, I know what curtsying is. Curtsying there. Miwanov. That's not white. He cried Denisov, who unable to keep still on the spot. Black, hairy, snub-nosed face of Vaska. Well, he's not black. Dark, hairy, snub-nosed face of Denisov. Golly, struggling with this one. The dark, hairy, snub-nosed face of Denisov and his whole short, sturdy figure. His whole stocky little body, right down to the hairy hands. Saber. Looked just as always did. Hey guys, I don't know if I think I've got some viewers. Hello viewers. I'm in the zone and not much happening in the chat. So say hi if you want. I'm happy to have a chit chat. I prefer it actually. Like this. Always happy to procrastinate. And pick up any typos I make. Hey. The dark, hairy, snub-nosed face of Denisov, in fact his whole stocky little body, right down to the stumpy and hairy fingers, which were wrapped around the hilt of his sabre, looked just as it always did. Toward the evening when he had emptied his second bottle. With his shaggy head thrown back like birds when they drink, pressing his spurs mercilessly into the sides of his good horse, Bedouin, and sitting as though falling backwards in the saddle, he galloped to the other flank of the squadron and shouted in a hoarse voice to the men to look to their pistols. With his shaggy head thrown back like a drinking bird, pressing his spurs deep into the sides of his Bedouin, and sitting he galloped to the other flank of the squadron and in a hoarse voice for them to look their pistols. He rode up to Kirsten, the staff captain, on his broad-backed, steady mare. The staff captain on his chunky, steady mare came at a walk to meet him. Long moustache What do you reckon then? That is of. Come to a fight. It won't come to a fight. Okay. Cooking with gas. Gas. What do you reckon then? Said he to Denisov. It won't come to a fight, you'll see. We'll retire. The devil only knows what they're about. Doing, muttered Denisov. Hey, Wostov. And he smiled. Approvingly. Just then the commander appeared on the bridge. Denisov galloped to him. Cancel that. Paste. Copy. Paste. Attack indeed, said the colonel in a bored voice, puckering up his face as if driving off a troublesome fly. Why are you stopping here? Don't you see the skirmishers are retreating? Lead the squadron back. Oh, golly. Hum hum hum. Hum hum hum. Squadron crossed the bridge and drew out of range of fire without having lost a single man. In the front line for them. The squadron crossed the bridge and moved out of range. Quitted the farther side of the river. Quitted the farther side of the river. Don't know what that means. Oh dear, oh dear. Two Pavlograd squadrons retired up the hill. The colonel. Squadron. The colonel came up to Dennis's squadron and rode at a foot pace not far. Not far from Rostov, paying him no attention whatsoever, despite this being their first encounter since their disagreement concerning Tallinn. Feeling that he was at the front and in feeling that he was at the front and in the power of a man toward whom he now admitted that he had been to blame. Okay. Rostov. Rostov. He was at the front and in the power of a man toward whom he now. Sentence doesn't make sense. I know why this is taking so long to figure out, because the sentence doesn't make sense. This one, oh, I need another version of the book to do this bit. I need another version of the book because I don't know what it's saying. Rostov. That Bogdanich was only pretending. Courage. So he just looked around himself. Really? Right by him his courage. Next, he thought that his enemy would send a squad. Oh, bloody hell. I think the translator, Maud, had a bit of a day off today on this chapter because there's so much that just doesn't make sense. The enemy, so his enemy, not meaning the enemy is in the French, but Bogdanich would send the squadron on a desperate attack just to punish him. Then you imagine how after the attack Bogdanich would come up to him as he lay wounded and would magnanimously send